Welcome, everyone, to another pandemically erotic episode of Making a Crapsterpiece. I am your host, Chris Siever, and I am here, very special episode. I am here with the one, the only, Marilyn Mayson.
Hi.
My God. I finally got her on the show.
I know.
I know people have been asking me to lock her down for it. They want to know all the goodies, the details on how we got her involved in the 2014 film Evil Night, which it's a remake of a 1993 film by a filmmaker named Todd Cook, who was from Texas, and he was out there making films, you know, as a kid, as a teenager, and in his adult years, he started up a company called Cemetery Cinema, and that's where some of my films first got put out on VHS in like the early 90s.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So Evil Night was one of his like big releases in the early 90s. And I always found it entertaining and cool, and because, you know, I was doing the same thing. I grew up making shitty backyard movies and whatnot, and so I saw this guy doing it as well. And I was like, oh, this guy, you know, we have a bond. And not only that, we loved Friday the 13th and all this stuff. So we started up a relationship. He started putting out my stuff in the early 90s, and, you know, right up until 2013. We had a, you know, back and forth sort of relationship. And then the idea of doing a remake was brought up. And I was like, yes, absolutely, let's do this. This was like so cool and interesting, and very interesting because this type of movies that I make, you know, they're a little absurd, off the wall, crazy, weird, silly, gross. Totally not what Todd Cook does. But I thought, how cool that, you know, I have this opportunity to sort of like full circle, you know, after all these years, remake one of Todd Cook's movies. And so Evil Night was that.
Did he like it though? I feel like it almost made me think that you were like, the subject came up and he was bothered, and that's why we don't have a back and forth anymore. And I was like, what happened?
No, he really dug it. Yeah, he loved it. It was like so.
I thought so, because I remember us watching it the night before, like when we had that slumber party or whatever. We all watched it, and then I thought you told us like he really liked it. So I was like, what happened? Was it my performance?
No.
He was like that girl.
So I knew going into 2014 that Evil Night was going to be a flick that we were going to do. We were going to shoot at 4K. You know, we were going to have the group there and the same old group. But so I guess around that time, I started seeing your Vines.
Oh, it was Vine?
Yeah, it was Vine.
Okay. I love to hear that.
One, I was like, man, who is this pale, dark-haired, busty goddess? You know, because I'm a fan of
memories,
natural, curvy, lovely women. But what struck me was the comedy that was coming out of your Vines. And I wasn't seeing that. What I was seeing in Vines was mostly bullshit. Look at my skin. Look at my, you know, look at how I pose. Look at all
thirst
my
traps.
Dumb shit. All right.
Yeah.
And yours being a fan of comedy and weirdness and goofiness, I was like, who is this girl? You know, like, she is funny, and these things are like she's got a real flow, and I really dug it, and I don't know. I was like, okay, I got to investigate who this is. Then I saw your other work, and I was even more impressed with your other work.
For some reason, I assumed it was score first, and then backwards.
No. And I was I was a big Voluptuous magazine fan. I did have subscriptions.
Oh, where did I put mine? I'm on the cover of one. I just saw it. I was going to put it on the toilet for casual reading.
So, I'm definitely a horn dog. I'm definitely a man who loves the curvy, bodacious women. So
I feel like horror guys in general, they're my demographic, you know? I think.
I get that. I know that.
Maybe it's the
So,
Elvira tattoo. I'm not sure, but.
oh yeah,
That's the whole thing.
definitely. But listen. To be honest, it really, off the bat, it was the comedy. I was like,
Ooh.
this girl knows her shit. Like, I wonder, so I was like, I wonder if I could get her in something. Like, how cool. And this was a while. This took a while because I was watching stuff. I was still watching your vines. I was like, it was almost like I was doing a audition without you auditioning. I was like watching you, like your different things that you were doing, the videos, all this stuff, and I was sort of like, test, like giving an audition without giving you an audition.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I was just because listen, we've had other people come into the fold who didn't quite meld well. They didn't work out. They didn't, at first they seemed like they were really awesome and they could pull it off, and then they got with us and something just didn't fit, like it either with the material or just with the people making the film, the crew, and that also includes adult actresses.
Okay, right.
Who came and went, some I don't talk to this day.
Some that blocked me because I reached out and said your name. Still. I mean, I've had 19 accounts since then, so I'm not blocked. But just side note. Someone tagged me in her thing the other day, and I was like, they were like, she posted something like tag a plus size girl you find inspirational or something, whatever. And they tagged me, and I was like, yeah, I would say thank you, but this girl blocked me for trying to shoot with her in 2014. So, and they were like, oh, drama. And she was like, did I? And I was like, no. Don't start with me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So again, I had issues.
Right.
And so I just really, I don't know. I think what you were doing with those vines really, like, I just was impressed, and I thought they were very funny, and I almost always was laughing at your stuff, and I just thought, like, this chick needs to be like a comedian, like she needs to. And now, funny enough, there are like adult like burlesque comedians doing, being very sexual and showing their femininity and their power, but through comedy and sexuality and shit like that. And I felt like, man, this Marilyn chick, she knows what's up. So I felt, you know what? I'm gonna do it. What the fuck could go wrong? Either she says yes or she says no, or she doesn't write back. And I wrote you, and honestly, it was very fast. I was shocked. You seemed almost like surprised that I would offer you something that wasn't sexual. It wasn't.
Yeah. No, I was, because you should have seen what, like, I don't remember specifically, but on any given day, your email would have fallen amongst wild shit. So I was like, what? Okay. What is this? And then you're like, I'll send you some stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, he's low budget horror John Waters. I'm into it. Okay, cool.
And yeah, that's really, I mean, and this is something that I got throughout the years was how did Marilyn Mason get involved with, one of your films? And really, that's it, guys. I saw some really funny. I saw a very talented woman who made me laugh, who would totally fit in with comedy horror slasher movie type shit. And I just emailed and asked.
and I was super down because
yes, and luckily you were so down. And what was cool about you was even when we started to talk on the phone after the fact to get you sort of ready and rocking for the role and everything, it was so easy. It was natural. It was just like so silly because we didn't know each other, but it was like, fuck, like I know this girl. You had no trepidation. You weren't like nervous. I wasn't nervous.
I was nervous, but only when it came time to like actually read lines. I was like, oh, I forgot I was supposed to do this part. I'm scared. I'm like, normally I just improvise, we find out on set what we're doing, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so what do you remember about sort of going into this whole thing?
I feel like I remember most of it. It was really memorable for me. It was super fun. Yeah, you hit me up, and I was like, what is this? Because like sometimes I get it sounds cool, but then it's like, what? Doesn't pan out a lot of the time. So I was like, okay, cool. Get to go to Rochester and like shoot this thing, and that sounds cool. And it isn't porn, so it's like I'm touched, in a way. Like I love porn, don't get me wrong, but like I was like, okay, cool, thank you. But I don't think I knew that it was based on Vines. That's cool. That makes me feel good because I'm trying to get into TikTok now, and I just can't because I love Vine so much, But anyways, yeah. I remember going to the grocery store before. And yeah, just like a week-long slumber. Was it a week? It was like 5 or 6 days or something.
Yeah, you came out for about 6 days. Yeah. Yeah. You really did like. You just sort of blended.
Everybody was so nice. Like everybody like instantly befriended me, and I was a little bit nervous because they kind of trickled in. Like first, wasn't Bill there first?
Maybe.
I'm just saying, like, the people that I talk to the most now, I feel like were the people that were there first. And then as people came in, I was like, are they going to be annoyed with me? Because, like, they've done acting before and I've only done porn. But it wasn't like that at all. They were super nice. And, like, if anything, they were really like, oh, my God, we have a pro. And I'm like, no, you guys are the pros. What are you talking about? Like, I was like, y'all have done acting. I've only done, like, mattress acting. So it was like, are they going to judge me? But they didn't, like, at all. Even when I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I know these lines. They were like,
Yeah. No,
I just really liked them. They were so fun. I hope we get, like, that exact same cast again. That was so cool. I still talk to Gary even. Gary was in one of my Vines, and it was funny. It was Clint and Gary. And I was trying to I don't remember what we were singing, some song. And I started here, and they were supposed to come in. And we had practiced it twice. And Gary was like, I have bad knees. And I was like, what? Because he was like kneeling to get into the shot. And I was like, it's okay, Gary. We're just going to do it one more time. One, Gary, like, we do the thing. And when Gary pops in, he just falls over. And he was like, sorry, it's my knees. And I was like, what? Like,
that's funny. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Hear like his knees popping. And I was like, okay, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you came in and it was real easy. It was totally easy, and I feel like, I mean, I know I sensed you were nervous, like once, boom went up and sound started.
Yeah, and that's what happens. I get deer in the headlights when the like literal lights and camera action happens. I'm like, a little bit.
Yeah, but I think the more that you did it, like the first day, the more that you did it, the more I was like, oh, this is, and I would hope that I didn't make you feel like you're ruining everything, because I didn't feel that at all.
Oh no, it was just that I am used to improvising, and you were like, like some of your language is very what? And I was like, I think I can find another way, and you're like, those are the lines, Emily. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
What? I have to say this, and you were like, no, it's very important. It's a good line, and I'm like, okay. It's just gonna sound weird coming out of my mouth, but it's very you,
No, I thought it worked great.
Oh, it was great. It was hilarious. I only wish that the erotic scene had been more involved.
Yeah, listen, that was, I didn't know what to do in that situation. I think both Clint and I were just like, if anyone knows how to make this scene sexy, it's these women.
Right.
One, you are a professional adult actress, and Olivia still is a stripper.
She's hot as shit too.
What the
so
fuck was
I was so excited that we got limited.
And
Do you remember?
I felt upset at myself, because I didn't really. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna say to direct these women to have a?
Didn't you excuse yourself from the room?
I definitely was like, listen, you guys.
I swear you were like, I don't know how to make this work, and so I think Clint took over that scene.
Maybe.
Dude, I think so, yeah. But I just remember that Olivia's boyfriend wouldn't let her like do much, and I was like, God damn it.
You're right.
Right. No, that's what I said by limited, because I remember, because I was like, oh, I get to kiss this girl, and like, what else? Like, okay, cool. Like, I know this aspect of shooting, so it's like cool, because I thought Olivia was super hot and funny, so I was down. And then like, I think it was like the day before, she was like, oh, well, I can't really do that much because my boyfriend. I was like, it's for a movie. Like, what? Like, I just thought that was whack. But
that would happen like periodically with her. And what's funny is, it's like every time we weren't making a movie, she wouldn't have like a boyfriend, and we'd be like, okay, we're gonna get this new movie going, and what are you gonna be able to do, Olivia? And she's like, listen, I'll do whatever this time. But then we'd start the movie, and she'd have a boyfriend.
Yeah, well, that happens with me too in shooting. Like, I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot with this company, and then I'm like, I don't need a boyfriend. Stupid.
Yeah.
So lessons learned, Oh God, that was crunchy. Whew.
Do you have I know the scene that I love the most.
Oh, my death scene is my favorite.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I think that is so funny.
Oh, it's great. It's hard to find, so Bill had posted posted his death scene the other day, and I was like, I would like to request mine. I say the other day, it was like 6 months ago or something, but whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, this is for you because you requested it. And I was like, I love it.
Yeah, that was good. That was funny. Yeah, and you definitely, at that point, you were like totally, I didn't feel anything, any trepidation from you whatsoever.
Yeah.
As far as like being nervous at that point.
I was most nervous at whatever like picnic table we were at.
Yeah. And that's the only time
that was the time and that was the beginning. That was like my first time having to say the lines. I was like, But then we went to like the high school, and I was like, that's fine. Like, like the pickup shots and stuff made me more comfortable, because like walking and talking, I don't know. The thing with like not knowing what to do with your hands or whatever. You had like stuff, like I had like books to hold or something, and I was like, okay, just can focus on the rest now that I'm not like worried about my stupid hands.
Nah, yeah, it was dope. I really, it was good, and it was.
Did we just go into like random rooms?
Well, the thing is, like, so at that school, we had been shooting at that school for years with zero permission, really.
Right. I kind of thought, I was like, wait a second.
So, because what we would say if anyone ever came up to us was, oh, we're just doing a student film.
Yeah.
And nobody ever questioned us. Really, after that, if we said that, they'd be like, okay, cool. And we had been doing that since like 2002, So, yeah, we just go into the college and just shoot,
I mean, nobody hassled us or anything.
No,
so.
no. Great production value.
Yeah. Wish you could do that for porn. Literally no one walked in though, so I will say. I'm just kidding.
So yeah, I got the impression, and at the time I remember I was talking about the Weirdsies, and we were gonna try to get you to come in to do the Weirdsies.
Yeah.
As well. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
I don't remember
I don't know.
either.
Like a.
Because I remember when it started with the Weirdsies, I don't remember the entire plot, but I was like, this sounds like it was like the Goonies-ish, right?
It was like Stand By Me.
Yeah.
With girls. It was a adventure about girls going to.
Did you end up doing it? I'm sorry, I don't
We
know.
did do it.
Okay.
Do it.
I just remember you saying like, I think you'd be better fit for this one, and I was like, okay. I didn't really read the scripts either, so I was like, down there. I was just like, cool, a movie, let's make it, Not really looking too much into it, but
yeah,
I was down for whatever.
Because I did feel like you melded with us so great, and I remember totally being like, oh yeah, she'll be back. We're gonna get her in another.
And I will.
It just sucks that it's been 7 years, something like that.
A lot of the people you have around are like not too far from you, but I'm like super far from you. So
yeah,
I mean, Bill's close, and
100.
I want to say Josh was.
100% is a budget thing. It's always a money thing, and then of course the fucking pandemic, because I did come close to wanting to do that project with you, and then Clint and I were talking about maybe coming out to you.
What?
In 2019, Clint and I were gonna, yeah, because we really wanted to get that monster, like creature curvy thing going, and
we thought it would be awesome.
We thought it would have been easier for us to come out to you. You had your people already there. You had your place. It just would have been easier for us to do what we wanted to do there. And that was 2019. We were thinking about that. And then 2020 happens, and,
Say no more.
Yeah. Whole thing. But even before that, you and I had talked about doing something very similar, and then there was stupid controversy.
Comedy porn, right?
Yes, totally.
Which is still so my thing. Like, I've been doing more like parodies and things. It's so fun. I love that.
Well, it's a chance to, I mean, really show how fucking funny you are.
I know. I did stand up once, but I was super drunk, and I wish I had the balls to do it again, but oh my god, it's so stressful, Like, if you bomb, you're gonna get heckled, and everyone gets heckled. So there's gonna be like, if you want to do comedy, you're gonna get heckled, and I'm like, I cannot do it. I have I'm thick as hell, but I have the thinnest skin. Like, I can't. Yeah. I'm scared. But internet comedy is cool because, I don't know,
Well, you don't have
easier behind a screen.
Yeah, you're not faced with somebody looking straight at you.
Yeah.
I totally get that. There's no fucking way I could ever do it. I can write it on the page and I can have other people say it, but there's no way I'd ever be able to get up there and do it. Hell, I'd piss my pants.
I suck at public speaking and everything because I'm so ugh. My shyness is actually really debilitating, but only for select things like singing, comedy, the things I love, things I want to do. My passion in life,
Very interesting. I know.
Yeah, but I know I'm hot, so nobody could check me on that. Nobody could tell me that I'm not good at sex. I'd be like, But if somebody said I wasn't funny, I'd be like, oh. Or I couldn't sing, I'd be like, my heart, even though realistically, I'm sure it doesn't matter or whatever, but
yeah. So, okay. So yeah, we talked about this, why, so in the 7 years has
God.
has anybody like, contacted you and said, "Hey, Evil Knight, you were great in Evil Knight," or anything like that. I saw this horror movie. I know that for a while you and I were promoting back and forth and trying to get people to give it a shot, which was awesome. It definitely was awesome to have that crossover.
Mm-hmm.
Your fans like, oh shit, something else that we haven't seen that she was in.
My fans really appreciated it, and then since then I've definitely got some of your fans too that are like, oh, I liked you in this, and I'm like, did you? Awesome. But no, I think it's cool when I check the hashtags sometimes, like that's where I can find stuff because like my mentions are pretty full. So I think I've probably missed some stuff, but there's been some fan art and things like that. Yeah, one of them was really cool. I don't know if you saw it. This one guy is doing like, he wants to do like an adult coloring book. So he's done me with like a bunch of things. It'll be like me with Elvira and Divine and like components, So he like added Evil Knight into it and stuff. I'll show you.
Oh,
I'll
I think
send
I
it to
did
you.
see it. I think I
I
did.
may have tagged you in it
Yeah,
because
I think
it had Meredith and Bill in it, and I think it had Josh too with the clown mask on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it said Evil Knight and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. It was really cool. I want him to get me like because he made like 3 or 4, so it's like you got yourself a little mini coloring book right there, and I would love to color it.
um. Shit. Yeah. So I guess
You were asking me about like if other people had I mean it's like here and there,
Yeah.
It's so funny, like what was my friend Carissa? She said she had Amazon Prime like just B horror movies, just like one of them auto played and it was Evil Knight. She didn't even pick it. And she was like going about her like shit, This is like my best friend Bryce's upstairs roommate and now landlord. So like I know her pretty well. And she's like doing the dishes and she's like she heard my voice and she was like, "What?" And then she looked and she was like, she called Bryce and she was like, "Is Emily in some fucking horror movie? Like, what is this?" And she was like, she said she really liked it. She was like, "It was really good." Like, she was like, "I loved it." She said she'd been on like a kick of watching like a bunch of shitty ones and she loved it. And she was like, "That one was really good." And I was like, "Cool."
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
comparatively, she said we nailed it. I don't
Yeah.
think she had seen the original.
Oh.
Probably not. But yeah, it was an A+ from Carissa, so.
Yeah, I do get messages.
Oh, you know what else?
What?
Oh, put a pin in it. Go ahead and finish. I was just going to say one more thing on this before you change the subject.
I do get messages from people asking, are you ever going to be in another movie?
Really?
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
I do. And I always tell everybody, I guarantee she will be in another movie. So
Yeah, I'm so interested. Definitely. Tell them if they're like mega fans like Homeboy to just get that cost. Like, give me my plane ticket and I'll be there.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say one major thing I love about having shot is that I got an IMDb page out of that for nothing else I've done, but for that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, can I get a check mark?
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't do any of that stuff, so I don't know how that stuff gets up there.
I don't either.
But cool.
I feel like it was probably Gary or something.
Probably. Man, I don't talk to Gary. I haven't talked to Gary since.
I do. Gary sends me updates every time he gets a new tattoo.
Wow.
I know all about him. And I love it. I love Gary. Gary, you know what? I should have worn him. Gary got me these those aerobic pants that scrunch in the butt, They're great. They make asses just look fantastic. My ass is already fantastic, but Gary made it even better because he sent me those and they're cute, Gary loves me and I love Gary, so
yeah. I know.
Deal with it. Wasn't Gary's name the name of who got my ticket? Wait, hold on.
Alan.
Oh, damn it. Well, hold on, because I still know the last name. Alan. Damn it. I just had it.
Barkley.
Barclay, though.
Yes, Barclay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alan Barclay.
Yes. And that was Gary's character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did we get that too?
I don't know.
Why are you doing that, Gary?
Yeah.
I loved it.
A mystery. Still a mystery. None of us know why he was doing it.
It worked though, right? Or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking weird. It fits in.
Just dribbled up my whole chin.
Do you still? I know you still talk to Bill, right?
Yeah, I talk to Bill more than anybody.
Yeah, man. I wish he would talk to me. Like Bill.
Why?
He never. I don't know, man. I've tried to get Bill to like hang out again. He literally.
He loves you. What are you talking about?
He has not been here
all the time.
He hasn't been here since we shot Evil Night.
Why?
I don't know.
I'll bring him back.
And I can. I bet 100%.
You can bring him back on your own, I know, but
No. I bet if you did come, then I would be able to get Bill to hang out again.
What? That's so weird because
he's
not that far from you.
No, he's not. Last year, I thought we were this close, and he said, "You know what? I'm going to drive up for the weekend," and we were so close, and then he dropped out at the last minute.
Really?
Yeah, it was a bummer.
Maybe he's agoraphobic because that's my problem.
I don't know. Bill is so funny, and I don't know. I always considered him part of the group,
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, he's Sex Squatch, so.
Yeah.
God, that part was made for him. I'm just gonna say it.
He's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great.
What about Jamie?
Yeah, Jamie's still around. Yeah.
But has she done a movie with you since?
Yeah. She
was well, Josh was amazing too. But as far as like watching them act and stuff, I was like, man, Josh and Jamie were so cool. Like I was like, oh, they're so awesome. Everybody was great, but they were like really fun to watch do their parts,
Yeah. Yeah, they're still here. They're all part of the family. Yeah, they're still here. Yeah. So Heather's, yep. Yeah. Meredith, they're all here. Yeah, everybody's still around.
Except me and Bill.
Yeah.
Those guys. I don't know. I'll bring him back. I literally will. I'll force him to. He doesn't have a choice anymore. So he can flake on you, not me.
That's right.
Just kidding.
He would never flake on you.
I don't think he would. That's why I'm like,
wouldn't.
What? He doesn't even seem flaky to me, but apparently, allegedly.
It's been fucking Jesus, 7 years.
That's insane. God. I'm young still.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm definitely not.
Like 7 years. Good God. Like, where has the time gone,
Well, I mean, I think we're going to end this with saying to the audience that, my God,
the winds are a whistling here. Jesus, hell.
Mark my words, we will get Miss Marilyn Mayson back into a Warlock home video film. It's going to happen. She says yes. I say yes. Now, fans, let's make it happen.
In 2021.
Let's get her back in another flick.
Do you have your vaccine yet?
Yeah, I did.
I'm going to get mine soon. And then let's get this ball rolling.
Yeah. No more excuses other than money. But fans, if you want to see her in another flick, let's get her that
I want to, please.
Plane ticket.
I need more acting. That's not naked.
And it'll be great. And it'll be fun. And it'll be a great reunion.
Oh my God. I would love that. That'd be so fun.
So let's go. So thank you, my lady, for doing this little interview with us. And it was great to talk to you.
Sorry I bullshitted for so long.
No. It's fine. We're here. We got it done. Good. Now, let's the next plan is to get you in another movie. So we'll make it work. We'll make it work.
Are you writing anything right now?
Yep. Yeah. I was just gonna say. Luckily, I have projects coming. So
cool.
We gotta fill those projects.
Well, when we do, we should like try and schedule out a chunk since it's 7 years in between us seeing each other. Do you like get me on board for that, and then let's like maybe look into that monster thing, or maybe not necessarily that, but like that aspects we can, do both because I know you were interested in that. I can literally. I feel like I've done more since you approached me about that in 2019. I've done my own independent like films, porn wise. Yeah. So I'm like, I feel like I know a little more now. So Sweet. We should do that too. Just saying.
Yeah, totally. Mm-hmm. Hear that? Hear that, fans?
Chris Seaver's going to direct a porn. There might be puppets. Who knows?
Definitely comedy.
Yes.
Definitely comedy. Mm-hmm. Moistness. All right. Well, so we'll talk after I shut this off. But okay. Thank you, and we will see you soon, Marilyn Mayson. And guys, please, really, you know where to find Marilyn Mayson. She's all over the place. She is famous, folks. She is famous and infamous. True. So get on out there. She's on all the social medias.
Instagram, Spitney Spears, like Britney. Okay. Twitter. What is Twitter? Twitter is both Winona Jugs, okay, just as you think, and then I also have Tammy Finette, okay. I also have my backup on Instagram, and that's Kill Them With Fineness. I'm too punny, I know.
Oh my goodness.
I know, and they're all like, there's no numbers, there's no underscores. It's literally creativity, like first to come up with it. I'm just saying, it's fine.
There you go, folks.